not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, I chew. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
The Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Corey Ballantyne on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Check the out, check the out, check the out. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
A run with Lindsay out of the gun, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got a man, it's Sutton, that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Switch.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3rd and 2. Jones. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 21.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Eagles nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
First and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive. And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown.
Miles Sanders, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
The 40-yard line.
Our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
On first down, Lindsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Lindsey on the carry.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, 51 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation. Strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Eagles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Lawrence on the stop.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wentz going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
A gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, Sanders. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz being chased out left. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. 11 yards there, first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Xavier McKinney gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up third down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Reagor there to make the grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they had scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Ocean for residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win.
Wentz now on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
3rd down.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Check.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
5 yards.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Number 84.
A big play there as time expires in the first half. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Gano set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he returns this to the 22.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Leonard Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Second down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wentz. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Philadelphia.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Joshua Perkins.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Sanders has it poked free, and he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 37.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, it's Sanders. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
1 yard gain.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Miles Sanders.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. On play action, Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds and they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
At the 43-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Philip Lindsay on the carry. Nate Gary on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Lindsay. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going with Lindsay. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Sanders, the ball.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Another run with Sanders, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's just 2nd and 10.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's got some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From midfield, here's Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Finds his tight end Ingram. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Lindsey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Well, he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Joe Judge makes the decision. They're going for it. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Off play action. Jones. He's going to take another shot here. And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Sanders.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing his Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
The 14-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking out extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
54,
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Wentz will keep it. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Philadelphia, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they will fall to 1-1, and they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo, yeah. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. Audemars on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that chicky finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. Audemars on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and a J's in the way. Got a new wristwatch, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it talks too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Well, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. Audemars on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. check.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. Your friend smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. And my stomach keep on turning, stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it, you gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, baby, must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm trying to find out. Say I got sex appeal, I think it's cause I work out. Gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on,